Hey everyone! It's been a really long time between updates, I know. Oh gosh, it has been such a busy few months. I think it's been about 3 months since I've made a video. So lots and lots has happened in those 3 months, and I am thinking it's probably going to be a long video because I want to catch you all up. I got a haircut, like chopped off almost all my hair. It was down to almost my waist, I think, and I just went into the hairdresser. I was getting headaches and my shoulders and stuff were aching, and I'm like, it was just one more thing I didn't want to deal with, and I went and chopped it all off. So there's that. What else? Our TV broke, so that was annoying. Just died one day, it was working fine, and then just black screen, so we had to fork out quite a lot of money. We didn't have to, we can live without a TV, but we did, forked out quite a bit of money for a new TV, so that was a little irritating. I was very unwell again. I feel like I say that every video. I actually spent 5 nights in hospital. I had pneumonia, which was more, I don't know if it was more dangerous, but it affected me badly because I have some pretty big news I've been hiding, maybe not hiding, but haven't been sharing with you all. So I'm pregnant. So we're having a baby. Oh gosh, you can see. I don't know if you can. Let me get back here. Oh, squeaky. We're having a baby in about 3 weeks. So there's that. So yeah, I've got a nasty case of pneumonia. Just because my immune system was down because I'm pregnant. So we're having a little girl in about 3 weeks' time. So that's really exciting. But it does mean that I'll probably do videos be hard to do them less often than I already do, but it's likely that it will be a while between updates with my videos, so we will see. What else? I opened an Etsy store to sell project bags, but I'll talk more about that later because I'm sure everyone's here to see the stitching. So I will start with what I've been stitching. Because I've been sick, and that's one of the reasons throughout this, most of the time that I've been making videos, I've been tired because I'm pregnant. I haven't been stitching that much at night. I've been going to bed. So that's a big reason as to why I haven't been getting much stitching done. Same old story. I wasn't up to, you'd think, going to hospital for 5 nights. I was away from the kids, I was away from husband. I would have been able to do some stitching, but to be honest with you, I really was not well, and I just slept and didn't do much of anything apart from try and get better. I was just sleeping, and that was about it. So yeah, I wasn't doing much stitching because I was actually having a lot of trouble breathing. So that probably took precedence. I didn't even ask my husband to bring in anything. So not that much progress. Before all of that sickness happened, let me get this out, I did have a finish, and it's not ironed. It needs an iron. I'll iron it before I frame it, which I don't know when I'll get to framing it. Office, sweet office. So, probably don't need to show you where it was up to. I'll just show you the finish. So there it is. Office, sweet office. All finished. So it was a pretty easy stitch. I like it. I like the finish. I like it. The finish, it never shows up on the camera. It's a really sparkly fabric. I like it with the fabric. They actually were having a Christmas sale at our local needlework store, Crafty Frog it's called, in Canberra, Australia. And I went there, but I took my kids, which was a mistake. I should have left them at home with my husband. He came too, so he was looking after them, but in a needlework store, it's not the best place for kids, sometimes little kids, because they want to touch. My son, he wants to touch all the floss, and it gets a little stressful, and I don't do very well in crowds, so when there's a lot of people around, I get quite anxious, and it was really busy. We went there first as soon as it was supposed to open to try and avoid the crowds, but we didn't avoid any crowds, and I just couldn't relax. And the other thing was they weren't cutting any fabric, so I was going to buy some more of this, but they weren't cutting any fabric. I found out when I got there that you had to just order it and then they'd cut it later, which means I would have had to go back, and I didn't really want to have to organise another trip back, so I didn't buy any. It's a long story. I didn't buy any. But yeah, that's it. Office, sweet office. It's all finished. So that's going to look cool. I'll frame that and hang it on the wall around here, which is where the computer is, probably behind you on the wall there. And that's that. So there's another finish for the year. I haven't done any finishes. I think it's 2 finishes for the year. The other one now, like I said, I haven't made much progress on either of these because I have been unwell. Story of my life. But comfort, and I know, oh gosh, in my last video I was talking about doing a video about how I get rid of the diagonal lines. I still want to do that. I haven't given up on that. I think I said I was going to do it in October. I had a day off. My son got sick on my day off, which is pretty standard. If I take a day's leave, he inevitably gets sick and stays home from daycare, so it's a bit of a waste of leave when you're trying to plan to do stuff. But I think I may have figured out maybe how I'm getting rid of the lines. And I will do a video on that eventually. It's not going to happen. I want to make sure, I want to do a couple more rows and make sure that the lines are gone, and I haven't had a chance to stitch those rows in yet. So I don't want to make a video saying, hey, this is how I got rid of my lines, and then they're still there. Or someone does it and they still get lost. I don't know. So it'll be a while because I won't be getting it done before baby's here, and it'll be at least a few months before I'm really stitching much at all again. So there's that. But anyway, here's comfort. Again, not much has been done. I can't remember where it was up to. I will insert a picture here of where it was up to and what it's supposed to look like. And that's where I'm up to. It just looks like a big blob of blue at the moment because it's obviously background. You can see that there is other colours, like other shades of blue in there. So it's not confetti heavy. I wouldn't say that at all at the moment, but you know, there's definitely other colours there. You can see the lines when I hold it up actually, can't you? It's because the light's shining through. Because I showed you the back, which I showed last time. See how the light shines where those are? The light shines through there, and this is what I'm doing now. And I don't think that like you can see that doesn't have that line anymore through there, so you can't. It's going to be a quilt, so it doesn't really matter about that, because it's not going to be held up to the light or anything. I'll put a piece of paper behind it. Yeah, I like stitching this way. I really want to figure out how I'm going to be able to continue stitching this way to a point where I'm happy. I'm quite happy with how I'm stitching it now. As long as those little lines go away, it'll be good. So yeah, it's not that exciting at the moment because it's only background, and it will only be background for a while because it's the top of the piece. So yeah. Next one I will do is making a mess. The stocking, which again I have not done much on. I have put a few stitches in, but it's probably not even worth showing you. I will anyway. I'll insert a picture here of what it's supposed to look like and where I was up to last time you saw it. Yeah. And again, I haven't done much. Still on that same page, no page finishes, nothing like that. And there it is. So I've been working on here in the browns and stuff. So this is a Heaven and Earth design. It's I link everything below anyway. It's Pinky the Pink did that. Oh, they did the art, and Heaven and Earth charted it. It's going to be turned into a Christmas stocking one day when I finish it. We'll see. Maybe next Christmas. I say that every year. You never know. You never know. Back it up. What's been going on with everyone? It's been a long time. I bet you guys have had heaps of stuff happening as well. Just my scroll rugs out. This is a I'm sure I've shown this before. A bag I made to put my. I need to make. I've got the material. I just haven't done it. Sorry. To make some more, because I use mainly the Millennium frame. So I just put these in there with that. And then zip it up. Like that. The handles, which aren't on perfectly straight, which really, I made it in, like, I hadn't made anything quite the same as this before. I hadn't done anything with like a curved zipper that went around there, and I was a bit focused on getting that right, and I was trying to rush through it to get it done in a couple of hours in one night after the kids had gone to bed, because I didn't want to I didn't want to put it away again. I just wanted to finish it. And it was just for me. I wasn't making it for someone else. So my things are off by a couple of mil, maybe 5 mil, maybe 4 mil. Which irritates me now. I wish I spent a little bit longer just making sure that that was correct. But it does its job, keeps everything together, keeps everything neat. Okay, this one is new. This is a new start. And it's actually a sample stitch, so I'm not keeping this. I'll send this back when I'm done for the designer. And her name is Anette Eriksson. You can find her, I'll link her Etsy shop below, but she's on Etsy, and this chart is on Etsy. I can see it as a kit. I'm not sure if it's on there as a chart. I think it would be. I'm not sure. I haven't looked for it on there as a chart, but it's there as a kit. I'll insert a picture of what it is going to look like here. And let me take it off the Q-snap. It's actually not using material that I'm used to stitching with. So I would normally stitch on Aida, even weave, or linen. This is stitched on Hessian. Is that Hessian? Burlap. 13 count. Never stitched on it before. I said that when she asked for people to do sample stitches. I said, look, I've never stitched on that, but I'd love to try it because I like to try new things. And she wanted this done by the 20th of December. It's the 14th of December now. Now I'm currently on maternity leave, but I have been trying to organise stuff because I got so sick for about a month, a full month at least. I wasn't organising anything for babies, so I'm trying to organise that, and haven't been stitching like I might like to, and I'm also cleaning because I feel like cleaning for some reason. Apparently that's something that you do. I think I did it with all of them. So I haven't been like just sitting down and stitching all day even though I'm on leave. I have been stitching a little bit, and this week is the first week I've started to feel better. So I think if I continue to feel good, next week I should get a lot of this done. I'm about a third of the way through. So it's called Love. Let me just make sure I don't lose my needle. So she sent me everything. She sent me material. She sent me the yarn because I think it's stitched with the kind of yarn. I'll show you what it's stitched with. So there's 3 colours, and it's like a yarn sort of thing. Very, very different stitching with this than I'm used to stitching with. I hope she's happy with my stitches when she gets it back. It's very crinkled because it's been rolled up in the Q-snap on the edges, but there it is. So that's the O and the V in Love. It's called Love. I should finish the O today, and the little bits, find my paper. This stuff is really different. You can see through it. You see, let me just, I've never stitched on anything quite like it before. It is nice. I have enjoyed it. I really like the yarn because it's very soft, but it is a bit trickier to stitch with than I'm used to. I find it a little bit harder to get my stitches to lay really uniform, and they're only little half stitches. but it really does have a nice effect when it's done. So this, I believe this normally gets turned into a pillow. I'm not sure what she's going to want to do with it. The colours on the website for this are different. It's a much redder in the where the pink is, and then it's like a black where the grey is, and like a grey where this really light pink is. So I'm not sure if she changed up the colours for the sample stitch because she wanted it done a little bit different, or if these are the colours that you would get sent because you can buy it in a kit. You'd probably have to check with her if you wanted to buy it. It's nice. I am enjoying it. I actually, to be honest with you, I really enjoy stitching with this needle. It's really big and smooth, and because the yarn goes through, because the yarn is so much thicker, can you see? It goes through the eye. There we go. There. So it's quite large, this needle, and thick. But it feels nice. It feels nice in my hand. It feels solid. It feels smooth. I just like it. So you just needle there. You just pack this away so it can't get dirty, and then I will fix everything up with the Q-snap in a minute. Later, when I go to stitch on it. Soon. So I'll probably do a little bit after I finish here. Oh, so that's a mess now. Is that was quicker? Did I race through that? Did I? Maybe I did. Comfort, love, office, and a stocking. Yeah. I guess I didn't have much progress, so there wasn't much to talk about. Cool. So now maybe I'll talk about the shop I opened on Etsy. So I'll do purchases after this. If you're not interested and you were just here to see the stitching, that's fine. I'm not doing this because I want to push. I'm not talking about this because I want to push my shop on anyone or anything like that. Please don't feel like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just really excited because I started this idea back in October of last year, or August of last year. So it's been over a year, well over a year, and it just took me a really long time to get my stuff together and the confidence to do it and just put it out there and see what happens. So I've had 3 bags have sold, which has been huge for me, huge. So thank you. You're probably not watching, but if you've bought a bag, or if you even go on there and look, it's just such a confidence boost for me. But I'm not making this because I'm not telling you all about this because I want you to specifically go and look. I'm not pushing it or anything like that. Please don't feel like that's what I'm trying to do. I just really want to share it with you because I'm so excited. That's it. Okay? Alright. So I'm gonna have to go. Okay. Stretching is hard. Sorry. So here they are. Ooh, so exciting. The shop is called Aginuz, or Aginuz, however you would like to say it. I don't really mind. It is AGU. Oops, what happened there? Sorry. Now I'm trying to remember how to spell it so I don't get it wrong. AGINUZ. AGINUZ. And it's a really odd name, and I know that. There's a reason it's called that. I won't go into that. It's fine. I liked how it looked. Was another reason when it was written out. I don't know. It's just me. But that's what the shop's called. And I'll tell you a little bit about the bags. So I already used one because I kept one, which is my flower one that I had Sweet Office in before. So here it is. Here's one. So I gave them all special names. Now, that's the inside. So it's all fully lined, and it takes me about 8 hours to make one because I'm a perfectionist. So it's not really a business that's working that well at the moment for me. I wouldn't be quitting my job anytime soon to make these. But okay. So let me talk about the bag. It's like a big pencil case, I guess, made of material. It's got heaps of interfacing in it. So it's quite expensive. It chews up quite a lot of material. So there's quite a bit of cost that goes into it. There's shape flex on every panel. Then there's like fusible fleece. There's two types. There's a fusible fleece that goes on the inside panels. There's also a thermalane one that goes on the outside panels. So it goes shape flex and then fleece. So there's two layers there. So you have material, shape flex, and then a fleece on everything except the pocket material, which is just shape flex. And so it makes it really thick. Now the reason I wanted it really thick and to feel that way was because I stitch off a tablet a lot of the time. And if I'm traveling, if I'm putting something in a case, not just to put on my shelf or in my cupboard or whatever to store my project, but I actually want to take it with me, I just want to grab it and go, I'll grab it and I'll throw the iPad in here as well so that I can stitch off the iPad when we have to go interstate or overseas or whatever it might be, or just wherever. So that is why there's so much, it's quite thick, you can see. There's so much of that there because I just wanted that extra security for a tablet or an iPad. It's got an inside pocket because I like to store my scissors and my needle case with my needles and my needle threader and all that jazz, and I don't like it floating around near the actual project. I don't want the project to get a pair of scissors through it or just get damaged in any way, get the needle threader poking through some stitches or whatever it might be. So I like to keep that all separately. So there's a pocket in there, and this is all the seams are hidden. They're all stitched in. So there's no seams showing. So there's no threads that can get caught on anything. Yeah. The zipper pull is actually a necklace charm that I bought specifically for each one because I get quite into designing it. It's something I like to do, which is why I've done it. I love the fabric. I love trying to match them together and like find the lining and what I'm going to put on the top and what I'm going to put on the front. I put a whole heap of thought and time into it because I like it, and I just like the process. So then I find a little zipper pull that goes on each of them, which is actually a necklace charm. So you can just unclip it. I've got all these little hook things that you just can unclip that. And then if you pull here, that's just slid over it. And there's the necklace charm. And I put with it the actual chain that came with the necklace charm. So you can put it on the chain and wear it. If you don't like it there as a zipper pull. If you would rather just have this as a zipper pull, you can just pull on this, or you want to put a label on it so you know what it is. You don't really want something so big maybe, or you want it to have its actual name of the project on there or something. If you just really like it and you want to wear it as a necklace, you can take it off and wear it as a necklace if you want. It's up to you. It's yours. So there's that, and then I have another little, just in the theme of, I have another one that goes on the inside. It's generally just a little thing, and that's technically for a charm bracelet, but so you can just hook that onto your own bracelet if you wanted to. Again, I actually quite like having these little ones on as zipper pulls because they're quite zipper pulley, they're quite grabby, and I think they work really well in the inside. They're not likely to scratch anything because they're littler, they're not sharp or anything, whereas this might if you put it on the inside. That's why I didn't put anything big on the inside. I didn't think it was appropriate. So there's that. So this one's called Music for the Soul because there's hearts in the music, and there's the little hearts up here, and then there's stars on the inside. So I have two little ones of these. Someone bought the bigger one. This will fit an 8x8 inch Q snap. Oh my gosh. So this is an 8x8 inch, this is an 8x11 inch Q snap. It'll fit an 8x8. As you can see, I have one this size, the flower one, and I put my 8x11 in it. But it might be a bit of a squeeze, and if you have if you're doing Heaven and Earth or something on that and you've got a lot of bunched up material, you won't get it in. So it's not advertised for an 8x11, it just says you might be able to fit it in if you wanted to, but it's an 8x8, so you can see that's 8 down that side, so it reaches to the top, and obviously it's longer, so if you had an 8 there, it would reach across there. So, oh my gosh. Sorry, I dropped. My Q snap keeps falling apart, like this. Why does it keep doing this? Shouldn't it hold? Just keeps sliding off. It's fine once you've got it all clamped on, but if it's just loose all the time. Not sure what's happened to it, but it's irritating me. And then the bigger one fits an 11x11 easily, which I'll show you in a minute. So I have two. It has my brand label there, and I'm just excited. And my brand label there, it says handmade in Australia. And there's the other one, so they're very much similar there. So they're Music for My Soul. And then this one, I've sold a small one and a large one of this one, so I've got one small one left. This is my favourite. I half wanted to keep one of these, but I have put it up on the site. If no one buys it, I'll definitely keep it because I love this one. So it's called Birds and Branches, which is obviously why it's called that, because it's got birds and branches on it. But it's just really, I loved this fabric. It was just really kind of, I don't know, interesting. I love the colours, I love the birds, I love everything. The inner side is this grey heart, and the inside is the same as the top of it, this pocket inside, which are these other hearts in this maroni colour, or burgundy. And then the necklace charm on the outside is this bird, which really matched the little birds, I thought. Yeah. Thought he worked well with them. So, that's that one. And then I am a huge Disney fan. No one's bought one of these bags yet, but I love them. And I have one that I keep some sewing stuff in that I love. Mickey. So that's Mickey. So it's obviously Mickey Sketch, which is what it's called, Mickey Sketch. Material, top is red dots, and the inside is these sort of grey and dark grey dots with a red pocket on the inside. And like I said, they've all got their necklace corresponding that goes with them. This one has this Mickey head with some little, it's got some little red little crystally things in there on that one. So I thought he matched really well. So that's that. So I have two of them in the small. So that's Mickey and Mickey. And then I have one in the large. So that's the large. So let me hold up a small next to a large. You can kind of see. So this one fits an 11 by an 11 Q snap. I have them in centimetres as well for all my people using centimetres. So small is 28 centimetres by 31 centimetres. So obviously 31 is there and 28 is there. And then the large one is 36 by 36 centimetres. Yeah, so there's a Mickey and like my 11 by 11 Q snap. Let me, Comfort's on that. Now Comfort has a lot of excess material, like a lot of it. So it sticks out quite a lot. It's very bulky on the Q snap. Sticks out quite a lot through the Q snap. And you can see it'll fit in there. Let me pop it in. So very easily it'll just slide in. It's just getting material against material. So there it is. So this fits really comfortably. This has obviously got a lot of excess material on it, and it fits very easily in there. If you didn't have so much material, you'd get it in even easier. Ugh. So that's Mickey. And then the last one I don't have a lot of variety yet. I do have a lot of material to make a lot of variety and a lot of plans. I have some really beautiful, gorgeous material. I just don't have time. So we'll get there. And this is the same as the one that I keep my stuff in. I have a little small one and a large one. Like that. Inside is white. It's actually got little, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's actually got little branches on it. Very, very subtle. I thought there was enough going on the outside that you didn't want anything too busy on the inside, and then the pocket there with this beautiful fabric, which I love. Which is why I kept one. And it has a bee on it. And the large one is here. Same thing, exactly the same thing with the bee. It's the back. It's called Warm Summer's Day because bees and flowers. That's that. So I know I prattled on for a really long time about that, and I'm doing show and tell, but I'm just really proud of them, and I really am excited to have been able to develop the confidence to open the shop in the first place. I'll put a link down below. Again, you don't have to go look. I'm not here. I'm here to share the things I love with you. I'm here to share the cross stitch that I love, a little bit of my stories, a little bit of what's going on in my life, and this is just another part that's going on in my life. So I really wanted to share it with you. So thank you if you hung around and listened to me babble about project bags. Thank you, because I'm really happy. And put them back without tripping over, and I'll get to purchases. Ooh. Now, this has been a long story. A lot of these purchases are obviously 3 months old. Sorry, moving is difficult. Okay, so a lot of the purchases are 3 months old, but more of them are older. So I've been putting things on lay-by, and some of this stuff I put on lay-by back in February and slowly paid it off. So it took like a 6-month lay-by, and then a month or 2 to get them made and shipped sometimes. And then, yeah, so they're old. They're old purchases, some of them. Some of them are not that old. Let me start with my favourite, Clay by Kim. I wasn't supposed to buy anymore, but I couldn't help myself. And because I bought one thing, I had to then make the shipping worth it. So for Halloween-ish, Clay by Kim brought out Death Head Moth Dragon. Let me get my paper. And I fought long and hard for one of these. This little guy was hard to get. I actually really wanted, he's upside down. I really wanted a moth. There was a moth. Sorry, my lighting is really bad. It's been raining the last couple of days. Can you see? I really wanted just a plain moth as well, not just the dragon. But I couldn't get one. Tried, couldn't get one. It's gorgeous. Ooh, the detail. Is it focusing? Oh my gosh, I'm terrible today. I can't do this. Oh, my lighting is terrible. Let's see, I've got my little lamp over here just to make up for it. So, isn't he beautiful? I love him. Love him. So, I got him. And then I was like, can you hold him for shipping? Which I have actually a little gingerbread man as well that's being held for shipping. So I can try and get some more stuff. And then I just worked at getting some of the other stuff. So let me find the Halloween ones. So this was all around Halloween. So September, October she was bringing them out. Sorry, I'm crinkling, aren't I? Might just leave them on their little card. I've got them. I haven't put them anywhere. I need to get a magnet board to stick all my needle minders on. So this was supposed to be a little Dracula vampire, dragon. I was lucky to get one of him. So he's pretty cool. He doesn't have fangs. I want him to have little fangs. That would be so cool. He's cool anyway. But if he had little white fangs, that'd be cool. So those were Halloween. This one is another Halloween one, which is a little cauldron. Oh, he's pretty cool. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. So these will all get pulled out. I'll use them between now and then, but they'll get pulled out at Halloween each year. And the last one I had, she started doing, I think it was it Tess that mentioned to do sets. I think she might have emailed her and said, you should do sets because that would be cool. And she was like, yeah, I should do sets, I think, because she started bringing out some sets. So thanks, Tess, because it's really hard. If you see something, sorry, the crinkling. If you see something on Clay by Kim, because they go really quickly. If you haven't, every video I've talked about Clay by Kim, but if you go on there, it'll be snapped up in a second every time. Like the other day I was on there, she does an update 5 p.m. PS time, PST, Pacific Standard Time, I think is when she does them. And I will click on something and I'll say, buy it now. I won't even put it in my cart. And I don't make it. Like, someone's already bought it. It's ridiculous. That's how popular and wanted her things are. So she started doing some sets, which is really cool. So she's got this little Halloweeny with the spider's web on it, and purple sort of flower leafy things, which is really pretty. Needle minder, but then she has a matching needle tin to go with it. And if you haven't seen my videos before, I've talked about these before as well. They've got a little magnet in there which is removable, and your needles can go in there, or whatever it is that you want to keep in there. It's only very small, but it's really cool. And I have a plan for these because I have a couple now. So I use one as a needle tin, and I have a couple of others, maybe 2 or 3, including this one. I might just have one other one, and then this one. I can't remember. It's terrible, isn't it? So my plan for this, I bought this bead mat, beadsmith, and I'm going to cut a strip out of here that will fit into here, and I hope it works. It looks like it's thin enough that it will be okay because this is only so high. I put that in there and a magnet on the back of here, and I'm going to turn this into a needle minder which is a tin, right? And this will stick onto my project as like a needle minder, like that. And if I've got a project that I'm doing beading on, I'll pour my beads into here to pick them up, and I'll stick to my little sticky mat. I wanted to have it made for this video that I'm doing now, but I haven't because I'm slack. But that's my plan. So I haven't, I want to really get out my Chatelaine workshop number 3 and start that, but I only have one 11 by 11 Q snap, and I like to use that because the whole thing fits in there. So comfort is on my 11 by 11, so either once I finish that page on comfort, I'll take it off the Q snap because I'll have to move it, and I'll just put it away for a little while and do workshop number 3, or I'll buy another Q snap 11 by 11 at some point, and then I'll use that. So that's my plan. So I'm hoping that's probably the next project I'll do with beads, because I'd like to do that one soonish, or next year. And I have an Easter piece that has beads, but I only get that out at Easter. I won't be beading before next Easter. So whenever I make it, if it works, I'll definitely share it with you. And the last one I got from Clay by Kim is this little, not Halloween, but isn't she cute? Ladybug dragon. They're so cute. I can't help myself. But yeah, they're all like sitting in their little boxes on a shelf, trying to keep them safe. So I need to get like a magnetic board and hang that somewhere. And then stick them all on that so I can see them all every day because they're pretty. Oh, can I get them all back in their little box? I doubt it. So that's that. That's Clay by Kim. Right. Probably close to an hour now. And put that there. Alright. What should I do next? I'll do this. So, I'll do Heaven and Earth now. I love Heaven and Earth. I have probably 100 charts, maybe more. Heaven and Earth design charts. Just electronic. And I mentioned in my very first video, I showed you a stitch along I was doing, which I still haven't worked on, which I really want to. I just don't get it out. I should do that. Anyway, so fabric is beautiful. I love the design. I love the floss that they dyed specifically for it. The most wonderful, wonderful special piece it's going to be when I get it out and finish it. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to finish it and hang it somewhere because it's going to be huge. Beautiful, right? Now, when she was organising that stitch along, she was going to organise another one called Flowers of the Meadow. I'm pretty sure it was called. And I thought it was going to be released in April. And I bought this one particular item in February. And I also placed a whole bunch of other orders, maybe 8 or 9 other orders between February and now. When things popped up that looked amazing, I bought them thinking, we'll combine all the shipping because I'm going to be buying the stitch along anyway. I'm going to be paying shipping for that because I really wanted this Flowers of the Meadow stitch along that she was going to do. But then it kept getting delayed, so I'd email her. And I'm not like, please, I'm not having a dig at Heaven and Earth. Please, no. I love Heaven and Earth. I love Michelle. Love the company. Love the people. Love it all. Okay, it's not like I'm not going to shop at Heaven and Earth now. No, there's still, I've got 9 charts in my cart right now. But it kept getting delayed. So, I'd get told, no, it's not going to be April. I can't remember the exact months. It's not going to be April, it's going to be June, it's not going to be June, it's going to be August, it's not going to be August, it's going to be September, it's going to be September, it's going to be November. It's going to be November, it's going to be January. And then they sort of contacted me and said, your lay-bys are old. You need to pay them off or we're going to cancel them. And I was like, well, is Stitch Along coming? And they're like, no, there's no Stitch Along planned for January now, which is now like almost a year, maybe 9 months after it was originally going to come out. And I was like, well, look, I paid off all of the layaways and said just ship them all. So they're all coming. This particular item was for February. I bought both of these saying combine. One of them was layaway and the other one I had to pay for. There was no layaway option for it. And they said, you'll have to... Oh, they just said, oh, we've shipped it. And I'm like, oh, no, I wanted to combine shipping. I would have paid off more of them and stuff. And it was too late. It had already shipped. So I was a little disappointed because I really wanted to stitch along. And I really wanted to combine all my shipping. But I've paid 2 lots of shipping now. If the stitch along comes along later, I'll have to pay shipping on that. Some of the items I might not have been so quick to purchase if the stitch along hadn't been coming out, if I hadn't have been like, well, I'm already paying shipping, I may as well get that. And the two items that they'd contacted me about when I paid off everything, they then contacted me and said, oh, they're gone. We don't have them. I was like, well, that's weird. So I was sort of like, well, I didn't need to pay everything off then, because you said you were going to cancel the order, but the order's no longer available anyway. Anyway, that's my rant. Again, not trying to dissuade anyone from using Heaven and Earth. Their customer service is brilliant. I have never had a problem with them before, and I wouldn't say that that was a huge problem. That was just a little bit frustrating on my part, because I kind of was, I suppose I was just disappointed. I really wanted the stitch along. That's all. I'm not having a dig at them. I'm just, that's just my story. But I got some items, and I've got a whole bunch more coming, and that's why, because normally I wouldn't buy stuff, because the shipping is so expensive from America a lot of the time to Australia. I'm a little bit more careful sometimes with not buying things electronically, like charts, and actually buying things. But this was, I bought this in February. I'll put this on layaway in February, and it's gorgeous. I love it. It's a needle minder. I'll just take it off its card. And it is so beautiful. If you get a chance and you want to buy some of these stone needle minders from Heaven and Earth, oh my gosh, I could have hundreds of these, because they're gorgeous. This one is gorgeous. I don't think it's going to capture the beauty of it, but this is actually like druzy, I think it's called. I could be saying that wrong. I could have the whole word wrong. And it's sparkly. It's like a sparkly rock. So this is like an actual stone. And you can't see the needle minder. You can't see the magnet through it at all, which is nice. It's a beautiful shape. It's got this beautiful pattern in it, which is not showing up perfectly on there. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Everything they have is so beautiful there. Like I said, please don't think I'm saying don't go shopping there, because blah, 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 this happened to me. That is not what I'm saying. They are wonderful. They have the most amazing products. And I actually have, yeah, this is a surprise. I love them. And you would too. And I'm sure there's plenty of people here that buy from Heaven and Earth that love them. I don't want anyone to think I'm trying to say anything bad about them, because I'm not. That's just why I have these particular items. It's the story behind them. So this is a Julian. I normally use bobbins in a box for stuff, especially Heaven and Earth designs, because there's so many. This was 35% off, and I couldn't resist. I had always wanted to try it. Basically, do I have a needle? Yes. So, come here, needle. Oh my goodness. Sorry. You string your floss through here like you would normally, and it would hang down there. And then here, you're using a particular colour, so you'd wrap your floss around the corresponding here, and then you'd have multiple needles. If you like stitching with multiple needles, you'd have multiple needles, and you would have floss of that same colour on this needle, and then there's a little magnet, which is really clever, and your needle just sits there, in there, so it just is magnetised. It's not going to go anywhere else, it's not going to fall out probably. I haven't used it yet, obviously. I was going to use it for a smaller project, a non-Heaven and Earth, because it's only little, doesn't hold that many colours, and when I'm getting used to using something new, I like to try and keep it as simple. This which is attached. There's magnets on the back. I believe that's so you can stick it if you have metal. You know, people who use metal, I can't remember the brand, the metal one, stand to hold stuff, that would magnetize to that very easily, which would be good. And this, I believe, is to help pull your floss through those areas, which is just stuck on the back there. It's really nice quality. It's wood. It comes with these, so you can write, what the floss is on there, and there's two types. There's that one, and then there's, if you flip it, there's a slightly different one. So you can put the symbols on, you could just write the numbers on, whatever you want to do. Not sure if it would go this way. You'd want to make it match. Yeah, you do it that way, so it matches with the lines, with the holes. Yeah, and I'm really happy with both of those products, and I will be very, very happy because it kind of works out well, because now I've got like a Christmas present coming for Christmas, which I didn't have anything coming for Christmas before, and I've got a whole heap of stuff coming from them, which is all going to be gorgeous and exciting. So there's that. So they were the only products I got, because that needle minder was already paid off layaway, and then this Julian, there's no layaways for this, so they sent them together, and then the other stuff will come for Christmas, which is going to be really nice. And hopefully that I'm just gonna wait and see what happens if the stitch along comes, like if we get it, I'll buy it whenever it comes, because it's gonna be fabulous. Charts. I bought a stack of charts. I bought them, like I said, some of these are from February. I bought them when there was 50% off, which there is at the moment until Monday. That's why I have more charts in my cart. So I bought a whole heap of charts. So there's the Alice series by Hannah Lynn. I got this dragon, golden dragon, I think it's called. Trying to read upside down. I'll whiz through these pretty quick. Village Bookshelf by Randall Spangler, is it? Randall Spangler? Yeah, Randall Spangler. And then Strawberry Thief, which I was going to do really big, like a tapestry. It would be cool. So I bought all of them in 50% off, and then a few months later, these were all layaways, so they only just got paid off recently. I bought these in a 50% off sale, charts. Angel's Lost Wings. Always loved that. I've always loved that. I've never been 100% about her ear, but I decided to just do it. Last Day, which is really cool. I'll never finish all of these. It's more of a collection than actually what I'm going to stitch. Super size, because I'm crazy. Daffodils. So cool. I love that tree. I love the path. I love that. I just love it. So fabulous. If I ever do it. Stormy weather. I love turtles. Stormy weather. Turtles. It's a really pretty turtle. And it's so, like, you can see the lightning and stuff on the top. How cool is that? And then it's just this beautiful serene world underneath. Fabulous. Through the Eyes of a Child. I've always loved this. Josephine Wall. I would have gotten this supersized, to be honest, but there wasn't an option, and it was during a 50% off sale, so I didn't want to request a supersize and then it not be there. Postman's here. Sorry. Mushroom Inn, Randall Spangler. I haven't been saying the names of the artists, I'm sorry. You should, they would have been listed on there. He was cool. Alright, so I had this one already in my stash, and I bought this other one to go with it. I want to stitch them together. Maybe not on the same piece of fabric, but they'll be a combination piece. It's not my idea. Saw someone else post it on Facebook, on the Heaven and Earth Facebook group. It was their idea. I'm stealing it because it's a fabulous idea. I'm sorry, I have no idea who the person was, so I can't give them like official credit, but it's not my idea. This is the one I already had, Little Red Riding Hood, and this is the one I want to stitch next to it. Eyes of the Night, so the wolf. So I reckon they will look really cool next to each other. And I thought initially, I bought this, and when I looked at it and I thought she was walking away from us, I think she's actually walking towards. So I kind of thought the wolf was like creeping up behind her, but they're not. They're gonna meet each other. They're greeting each other. So yeah, that was cool. Eyes of the Night. I actually got that one a few months later, I think, than the last group of them. Anyway, these are all spaced over since February. I've bought these slowly, just paying off like $5 a month, $10 a month, that sort of thing. Under the Dreaming Tree, Alice Under the Dreaming Tree, sorry. Pretty cool. And this one, I finally did it, Blitz Stitch. I've been wanting it for so long, can't help myself anymore. Autumn Magic. Brian from Blitz Stitch is stitching this, and it's looking incredible. I was trying to debate whether to get Max Colour or not, but I ended up just going with the standard one. And I think that's because I preferred the mock-up of the standard one to the Max Colour one. I'm not sure why, I just did. Ooh, this one. Supersized Fly Me to the Moon Max Colour by Josephine Wall. Isn't that amazing? It's going to be incredible when it's done. If it ever gets done. It is a supersize. That is a lot of stitching. This one's a quicker one for Heaven and Earth Magpies. They've got another set of magpies sort of thing with the same thing, like one for sorrow, two for luck, but they're all a different chart. Let's go on my light. So I really want to get all of them, but it'll never get stitched. Most of these will never get stitched. Who am I kidding? Why stop now? I just haven't. I was gonna, every time it was 50% off, I was gonna get one, but I don't have one in my cart at the moment. So Ninja Draglings, we're almost there. If you're hanging out, thanks. Oh, and then these are all a set. I'll do them really quick. Hannah Lynn, this is like the Dorothy series. So that's Dorothy, and then the Witch, the Wicked Witch, Child Witch, the Wicked Witch. Wicked Witch is dead. Scarecrow. These are all quick stitches. I was going to stitch these and put them together if I get around to it. Tin Man. Oh, it's Tin. Tin Girl, I think it's actually. Yeah, quick stitch Tin Girl. Lion, Cowardly Lioness. Pretty cool. And last one was Good Witch. So, whew. So they were all 50% off when I bought them, and then I paid them all off really slowly. So there's some damage there, but it wasn't all but one big hit worth of damage in financially. I also won a rake Amelia on Facebook did a rake. I've never won a rake before, so this is really special. So thank you, because I've put in for, like, if I see a rake, which is random act of kindness. Some people do a random act of kindness and they'll send you a chart or something. If I see one, I will generally only enter it if I think that I will stitch what they're doing, because I don't want to just enter it and if I did win, not get it, like get it and not stitch it. And a lot of the time on Heaven and Earth and stuff, they say only enter if you've never been raked before. Actually, I have been raked before. That's a lie. I've never been raked something physical that's been posted to me that I've gotten. I have been raked twice from Heaven and Earth. The first time was very random. I'll insert a picture of what the chart is here. And I don't remember what it's called, which is terrible of me. Let me go find it. I remember what it was. Where I need to view large icons. No, it's not gonna do it. I have so many Heaven and Earths, I've got to find it because I've bought so many. I'm sorry. Anyway, I have been raked before. It is a picture of a woman or girl at the ocean, crying or just looking very, very sad. No, it's not working. Sorry, my computer's not loading very well. So let me try a different way. What was it called? Let me remember. Where are you? There we go. Now I can see the pictures. There we go. I remember Moonlight. That's what it was called. And I haven't started it yet. I do appreciate it and I will do it one day. I just haven't started it yet. I was raked that, and that was very, very special. That was back in 2016, I think. And I was also raked a quick stitch, Rainbow Valley. Where is it? Unicorn Valley. Quick stitch Unicorn Valley, sorry. Very recently this year. I'll insert a picture here of that. And that one is incredibly special, and I just haven't gotten the heart up to start that one yet. So those are rakes I have gotten before. So I lie, this is the first physical rake I've gotten, and the reason I entered it was because of this jaguar there. So I loved the purples, and I thought if you've got a beautiful fabric going there, a beautiful hand-dyed fabric, like some sort of green or something, that will look really cool. Or plenty of other colours, even like a dark sort of stormy kind of colour where these purples pop off it. That'd be cool. So Amelia did that. I only have plans to stitch the jaguar at this point. There is like a bobcat and a deer and a zebra and a cheetah and a panda and a bunch of animals, but I just really like the jaguar. And once I have stitched the jaguar, if I decide I'm not going to stitch any of the others, I will pay it forward and I will rake it to someone else. So I pass it along so that everyone gets a chance to actually do the stitching of it. It is quite old. There's no charts there. I'm not sure how old. Printed in the USA, 1993. So it could be older, but yeah. So that was really special. So I've never actually been mailed something where someone's paid postage to me to rake me something, because that costs more than just a chart. That costs time, more money, all sorts of stuff. I'm really very, very grateful. So thank you very, very much. Then I got my second rake, which wasn't really a rake, I won it off Michelle Bendy. So Michelle Bendy does giveaways at the end of a lot of her videos, Bendy Stitchy, and she had this, she tears it out of a magazine and then she mails it to you, and I said that I would like to stitch it, and she sent it to me. It's actually, so that butterfly there is a charm. I have chatelaine butterfly lace. I was going to make one of those butterflies fit in there and stitch it in there. But this is really advanced, and I don't know how to stitch this, to be completely honest with you. It's got these, I'll do it, can't see the chart, instructions, but I'm very perplexed by it because it's got, this one is what perplexes me, these two, lacy wheels. So I'm not ready to be able to stitch this yet. I would need some practice and to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing, because I really don't know. I don't know how to do it. They're not actually graphed in the, I'll show you the top of it. They're not actually graphed in the top. Like, they're the lacy wheels that are supposed to be in the top. I don't know if you can see them. Anyway, so that sort of, I got it and I thought, oh wow, that is more complicated than I thought it was going to be. But I'll learn it eventually. One day I'll sit down with some needle and thread and some fabric and I'll just start practicing them. Put a donut on there. Yeah. Anyway. It's probably not worth showing. I'll do it anyway. Oh no, I ripped it. So I mentioned before an hour and 20 minutes. Gosh, sorry guys. Crafty Frog. Needlework store were having that Christmas sale, and I went there, and all I bought was some Treasure Braid, because I use this instead of Krennic on my Heaven and Earth, so PB10, and this new DMC thread, which has that sparkle in it. What's it called? I can't remember. It's new. It looks like it's going to be really difficult to stitch with. I haven't tried it yet. I thought it would be good for the dragon, for the stitch along that I'm doing, the Heaven and Earth one, because I want it sparkle in it, I want it to be dark. So I think that's a big reason. There's many reasons why I haven't gotten that out. One, it's really big, but another big reason is I haven't decided what I want to do the dragon in, and I need to get it out, get another piece of fabric out, do some stitches, put them up against the fabric, decide how I want to do it, because I've got a whole bunch of very similar options. And I'm just being, I think I've overwhelmed myself now. It would have been better if I had just had one or two options. So, fabric. I'm sorry the video is so long. If you're bored, I'm sure you've already switched off. If not, show and tell continues. Crafty Kitten. I bought fabric off them again. This has been 3 months worth of fabric or more. Actually, because I've been layawaying Crafty Kitten. At least one of these is a layaway. 1, 2. This is all one layaway. This is all one layaway. That's what this is. I bought all of this in one layaway and paid it off really slowly. And yeah, so this all came. 40 count ripe cherries. This is actually the Little Red Riding Hood mystery box. I can't remember what month it was for. I think it was May, maybe. So that's the fabric. This is 40 count Newcastle linen. I got the smallest mystery box, so because I don't know what colour the fabric's going to be. If I got like a massive piece of this and then had no idea what to put on it, that would be a waste of money and fabric. But if I get a little one, I can do smalls on them, and if you order a mystery box, you can always reorder that fabric. So then if I want a bigger piece of something in particular, that's what I do. So I get 40 count because then I'm more likely to fit more designs on here, because obviously I can make stitches smaller, so I can get a slightly bigger design on here than I may have been able to. Ripe cherries, it's a really cool colour, isn't it? It's really out there. Now this one, mystery boxes come, so I don't think I've shown a mystery box before. I've shown fabric that goes in mystery boxes that's been excess from sales, but not actually a mystery box. So you get some thread and you get some beads generally to go with it. So I got this Krennic as well for Little Red Riding Hood, it's red, and some beads, which are red. Little Red Riding Hood. Where's my paper? Keep losing my stuff. There we go. Red beads, red thread, and then 2 green coloured threads. Irish Forest inky dyes, pretty, and mossy classic colourworks. So that's sort of what you get. You get the fabric, and then beads, and a lot of the time there's been a metallic as well. Now the fabric is, a bigger box costs more, but the only thing that's different is the size of the fabric, I believe. So you'll get the same amount of thread, same amount of beads and all that. Aren't they cool? They're gonna be cool in something. I really like mossy. I really like that. Okay, crinkle time. Let's put it away. Okay, the other things I got that were not fabric in this order were some pins for sewing, or counting stitches I suppose you could use them for. I would probably use them for sewing. They're really cute. So you've got Frankenstein, a bat, a mummy, Dracula, and a frog. And I also got these needles, which I haven't tried yet. They're gold. They were fairly expensive. Perman gold needles. So I haven't even opened it and grabbed one out. Oh. Try not to spill them. Yeah, so they feel nice. Just some needles. Because I like to try different needles. I normally use Bowen 28 for everything. Sometimes I use a 24, I 26. May 2018 limited edition. Crinkle, 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 crinkle. This is Be Big 27 by 36. This is pretty. Alright. This happened to me last time. Do I have too much light? Let me turn this off. Sorry. Gosh. I'm very, I don't know, disorganised. Is that going to help? Yeah, there we go. I think that helps. And it helps maybe if I don't have it all open at once. There we go. So it's kind of blues and purples. The purples aren't showing up quite as much. There they are. There we go. Really pretty. This is 32 count, I think. I'll double check. Looks like 32 count. Yeah. 32 count Belfast linen. I've been buying a lot of linen. I think I have one even weave in here. Let me sit down. Oh, I'm all the way on the side now. Okay. Come on. I have to put them away. Oops. See? Nothing's changed. I'm not going to change. This is 28 count Jodelin. This is Bracken. I've wanted a piece of this forever. This is actually, well, it's different. It's purpler. I've wanted a piece of this forever. And I always like the even weave colours better, which is why I have, if I fold it in half, let me learn. That's Bracken. It's a little bit purpler, I suppose, pinker. I think a Mirabilia will go on here beautifully. Beautifully. Yeah. I've wanted a piece of this forever. Every time I go on a site, I normally get the limited editions. I can't tell you why. I just do. But I've wanted a piece of Bracken. Gosh, Jodelin's soft. Feels so good in the hand. I've wanted a piece of Bracken in ages, and I've never had the courage to spend the money because it's not cheap. Handbag fabric isn't cheap. And I finally got the courage to do it. I think I won this. I think she combined this, maybe. This, yes, because I think I mentioned it last time. If maybe not. Who remembers what happened 3 months ago? This was October 2016, limited edition. I think I won it. I think, well, I paid for it. Isn't it cool? October 2016. This is 32 count. 18 by 27, so it's a bit smaller. Isn't it? I love the modelling on this one. It's a little bit heavier than normal. So cool. Love that bit. It's on the edge though. You'd want to get that. You want to get that in somehow, wouldn't you? It looks like a tree or something. It'd be a good. It's in October. It really would be a good Halloween one. Very purple. I think I have a lot of purples. I must have been in a purple mood, hey? Yeah, they've all been very blue and purple, haven't they? Anyway, last one, and this is the last thing to show. Sandstorm. I've wanted a piece of this for ages. I got this in 40 count. So it's my pretty much new favourite count of fabric. Half of it. Got the biggest. How good is that? Oh, I love it. So good. Sandstorm. Love it. So many things that go beautifully on here. So many. This wouldn't be big enough. But to be honest with you, oh look, there's so many fabrics. But this would be nice if for when I stitch that Heaven and Earth stitch along again. Because I'm stitching it twice. I think this would be nice for that. But it would also go well on so many things, this one. This is Sandstorm, 40 count. And that's all I got, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry for my rambling. I think I'm getting worse at rambling. I don't think I'm getting better. Let me come over closer to you again. I can talk to you. I think we've gotten some more lights and so I've been talking for an hour and a half. Oh. Okay, so that's all I got. That's it. I'm going to have to say goodbye. It's been an hour and a half. I'm sure there's very few people still here. But if you are, thank you very much for hanging around and listening to me babble like usual. Doing these videos has been pretty special. Putting myself out there has been a bit scary for me, but it's been really good. And I don't really have any. I think I've talked myself out. So, Merry Christmas for everyone that's celebrating Christmas. Happy holidays for everyone that's celebrating other things. Happy New Year. And I really hope the new year brings just joy and love and everything that you need. I hope you have a fabulous holiday, time off for anyone that's got time off, and a really good new year, because it's probably going to be a little while before I do a video in the new year. And everyone stay really safe, okay? And have a great time stitching, as usual. Alright, thanks everyone. Bye.